South Beloit will soon welcome its new fire chief, North Park Deputy Chief Brian Kunce.
Kunce brings more than 4 decades of firefighting to the station and even faced his own battle when he was diagnosed with stage 4 cancer. South Beloit Mayor Tom Fitzgerald says Kunce is under contract with Metro Paramedic Services, which helps staff its fire department. Fitzgerald said he was very impressed by Kunce's interview, and Metro will staff the rest of the South Beloit Fire Department with full-time and part-time employees. Kunce will be sworn in March 2nd.